Hey, Ash, are we ready to roll here?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Chairman. Sorry.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the December 14th, 2020 meeting of the Revere Zoning Subcommittee of the Revere City Council, I should say. Madam Clerk, want to call the roll of the members?
Sure. Roll call of the members of the zoning subcommittee. Councilor Janino. Here. Here. Councilor Guanasso.
Here.
Here. Councilor Morabito.
Here.
Here. Councilor Visconti.
Here.
Here. Councilor Keefe.
Here.
Here. And Chairman Zambudo.
Here.
Here. A quorum is present. There's one item on the agenda this evening. That's on the application of Bradstreet LLC, Winfield, Mass, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to alter an existing non-conforming 4-unit structure by increasing the number of units to 6 and by reducing the number of bedrooms on Lot 11 at 83 Bradstreet Avenue.
Okay, do we have any of the principals in attendance?
Well, Paul Figlio.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, members. Thank you.
Hello, Paul.
I do have some pictures of the property as it exists now and what the plan is for the future, which I'm going to attempt to share with you by sharing my screen. So just bear with me one moment. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Press share.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
I
Okay.
can't.
So this is the property as it stands today and has existed for quite some time. And the plans for the building, total rehab. And we're not 100% certain on the final details to the exterior facade, but this will be the exterior once completed. Is that showing up?
No.
Okay. Still not seeing that?
No. Seeing the existing.
Let me just try one more application here. They just keep saying the existing.
So you have to stop your screen share and then pick
Okay.
something else.
Stop share.
Then click share. And then pick the other and then share.
Isn't it funny the kids have to tell us?
Anything here? Ava, come help me again. It didn't work. Close that.
Well, no, you want to, where were your pictures?
I don't know where it went. Stop share. Share screen. So. Coming up. Sorry about this.
It's all right, you'll get it sooner or later.
Got the right one?
Try it.
I don't know what you're doing.
No.
I don't know what he's trying to.
Paul, do you have a hard copy? You can just put it on the your camera and show us.
Yeah, I might be able to pull it up that way. Yeah, I wasn't able to do that. Can you try it for me?
Excuse me, Paul, this is Ashley. If you could try maybe emailing it to me, I can share screen on my end while you continue with your presentation.
Okay.
That's why she's the best city clerk in the state.
You're right there.
Sure. Is that shared now?
It's not shared yet, no, but that's what it is.
Is it up now?
Yeah.
Yes,
I shut the camera.
success.
Okay, leave it up.
It's a little different.
Okay, so as I had mentioned in the previous council meeting, in the initial special permit hearing, we are changing the building from a existing 4-unit multi bedrooms per unit. So the building had approximately 13 bedrooms in it as it stands now. There is also a unit that you don't see here because it's a walkout basement, as that's on a sloping hill. So there's a full apartment on the rear below street level. And it consisted of, like I said, about 13 bedrooms in total. We are changing this project to a 6-unit, total of 9 bedrooms. There'll be 3 2-bedrooms and 3 1-bedrooms. We've met with the neighbors several times. We've met with Joanne. Joanne can share with you that we've kind of conquered all the concerns of the neighborhood. And I'm excited and looking forward to get this project moving, as it's been quite some time due to delays, due to issues with the court hearing the final case in approving the sale because of the COVID situation. Are there any questions for me?
We can go to councilors' questions now. We'll start with Council McKenna.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we worked with this. We had a community meeting. He did go and contact the neighbors. We had all the neighbors come to the community meeting, and their biggest concern was parking. So we restricted it to 6 parking spaces, 6 cars, 1 per unit, and 1 visitor's pass per unit. So that would, I mean, this was a rooming house back in the day. It was, as you can see, it's enormous. It doesn't have any parking on the premises, but he is grandfathered in because of the fact that it's been built in the 1900s. So it's going to reduce the parking around the neighborhood. It is now Brad Street Ave now is permit parking. So they're limited to 1 sticker per unit. So that's how we can control it, and 1 visitor's pass per unit. So the neighbors were very, very happy about this. As you can see, this house has been a menace for years. The woman that had it before, she never took care of it. There was always complaints. And I heard in the last run of it, there was no toilets. There was no, and people were living there. So you can just imagine what's on the top floor in these apartments. So the rehab will be a a great asset to the community. And like I said last week, because of a couple of these that exist right next to this building, and people are starting to buy them and fix them up, I think the net worth of some of the houses around here will go up, the value of the house. So I'm in favor of this. He just has to write, something in whatever, that he's going to have 6 parking spaces and 6 cars and no more, and 6 visitors passes. And we're good to go. Thank you.
Any other councilors?
Mr. Chairman,
Council Guanasso.
Mr. Chairman, at the public hearing, it was very encouraging to see the efforts put forth by the ward councillor in conjunction with the neighborhood. The most important part of our role as city councilors is to make certain that the neighborhood is protected. In this particular case, neighbors came forward to testify to the fact that they are for it. The aesthetic value alone is worth a change. And so with new ownership and with the type of development that Paul Bonfiglio has presented, to me, it seems like a great plus for the neighborhood and the Ward 1 people, and I will be voting favorably for this particular proposal.
Thank you, Council Guanasso.
Mr.
Anyone
Chairman,
else?
Mr. Chairman,
Who's that?
Jerry Visconti,
Oh, Council Visconti.
how are you? Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Chairman.
you.
I just want to
Hand
echo the
raises.
sentiments as my colleagues. Looking at that picture of what it's going to look like is apples and oranges. I want to commend, like my colleague said, both Joanne and Mr. Bonfiglio on working together and working with the neighbors.
Thank you.
I know parking was going to be, glad that that's been resolved. So I have no problem with this renovation after looking what it's going to look like at all. And good luck on the construction. And I will be supporting this as well. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Council Visconti. Any other committee members? I see no hands raised here.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry, I was on mute.
Okay, Council Guanasso, Council Janino, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say this is a great example of, a developer coming in and working with the ward councilor, and you're in a point where the neighborhood's happy, the neighbors are getting an improvement, the developer's happy, they get to build a beautiful project, and the ward councilor's happy. So this is a project I'm looking forward to. It was done right, and I'm not surprised at all because I know that there's a good name behind it. So I look forward to voting on this evening. Thank you, and great job, Councilor McKenna.
Thank you, Councilor Janino. Anyone else? I see no hands raised here, so I'm trying to follow the rules here, but anybody else? Well, I'll share my 2 cents if nobody else has anything to add. I think we could use this kind of cooperation between the ward council and the development as a tutorial for developers to come. This is what we look for. Cooperation with the neighborhood, with the ward councilor, and of course it has to fit into the plans and the budget. It's certainly a model for what should be done. And of course, it's a lot easier when you have a developer like Paul Bonfiglio. It makes life easy. But I commend the ward councilor, Joanne McKenna, for an excellent job. I know you put a lot of work into this, and you got the neighborhood behind it. And let's face it, look at what's there now and what's coming. You're absolutely right. It's going to improve the value of the neighborhood. And that, again, it's a model because it certainly is less detrimental to the neighborhood. It's a big improvement for the neighborhood. So that's kind of what a special permit is supposed to be about. So I'm grateful to you, and I wish the developer luck. I think we're going to have a very nice project, and Beachmont's going to be very proud. Thank you.
Thank you.
So if we have no other people that want to speak on this, I guess we can call for a roll call.
Chairman Zambudo, Counselor Powers has his hand raised.
How come I don't see it on my screen?
He's not using the blue,
Oh.
he's not using the hand raise function.
Council Powers, go right ahead.
He's muted.
You there, John? You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I've looked up.
We can't hear you, John.
He's unmuted, but there appears to be a sound problem with his computer.
Could be his internet connection. I have the same problem all the time over here.
I don't know what it is. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say I do know the developer. I've known him for a considerable period of time. I know his reputation, his family's reputation, and he approached me when I first got elected. There was a project on Revere Street that he wanted to do, and he assured me that they were going to be done in a proper manner. He showed me the plans. I said to him, "Are these apartments or condos?" He said, "Oh, no, these are going to be condominiums," and that suited me fine. After he did them, I took a tour to the building, and let me tell you, that building would surpass most other buildings in certain areas of the city. And, I can speak wholeheartedly in favor of this. He's a great developer. That's not his profession, but he's a great. What he does is great, and he's a good person. And I have all the confidence and trust in him, based on my relationship with him over the years and the project he did on Revere Street. Not one problem whatsoever. And that's a long time. That's probably 18 years ago when he proposed that, and it's been working fine ever since. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Council Powers. It's all about track record, and this gentleman has a perfect track record. So if no one else has their hand raised, I think we can call for a roll call, Madam Clerk.
You're on mute, Ash.
You're muted.
I'm muted. Counselor, would you like the site plan review conditions read into the record?
I would.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
1, the plans must be reviewed and approved by the Site Plan Review Committee prior to the issuance of a building permit. 2, the plans must be reviewed and approved by the fire department, and all units shall be brought up to fire safety and suppression codes. 3, a construction plan review must be conducted by the building department, and all units shall be brought into compliance with state and health codes. 4, this project is subject to participation in the Community Improvement Trust Fund. And 5, each unit shall be restricted to receiving 1 resident parking sticker and 1 visitor pass. On the special permit, subject to the findings and conditions of site plan review, Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Morbido.
Yes.
Voting yes. Councilor Visconti.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Keith.
Yes.
Yes, and Chairman Zambudo.
Yes.
Yes, the special permit will be forwarded to the full city council with a favorable recommendation. No further business.
Great. So that concludes the zoning subcommittee for December 14th, 2020. I want to thank everybody for their participation. And that's it. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you all.
Thanks,
Thank
Paul.
you.
Good luck. Madam Clerk, are we staying with this or
We're going to be using the same link for the appointments subcommittee, which starts in about 5 minutes.
okay, great.
Okay.
if anyone out there is watching tonight, wondering why I'm dressed so wonderfully. Some of the counselors this evening thought it would be a good idea to wear some holiday attire to brighten up some spirits. So if we got one person out there to smile tonight, then we did our job. Counselor McKenna is our little elf. Janino, Madam Clerk. I know Counselor Morbido is wearing some holiday attire, but I think anything we can do to help lift some spirits will be helpful. Hope you all have a great holiday. Looking nice, Counselor Sereno. I like the Christmas colors.
Thank you, Mr. President.
They can hear you.
Ricky, I love that sweater.
They can
Thank
hear
you. It's nice and preppy and classy. I don't do ugly Christmas sweaters. Thank you. Nice and preppy and classy. I don't do ugly Christmas. Thank you. Nice and preppy and classy. I don't do ugly Christmas.
You have to look here.
Madam Clerk,
Yes, Chairman.
the appointment subcommittee is about to start. For
Ready
us,
to go.
I'd like to introduce members of the appointment subcommittee. Councilor Janino, Councilor McKenna, Councilor Powers, Councilor Visconti, and Council President Keefe, and myself as chair. Madam Clerk, we have one item before us. 20-390, appointment of Farah Sheikh to the Cultural Council. Is Ms. Sheikh available, please? Please state your name and address for the record, please, and give us a brief presentation as to what your plans are on the Cultural Council.
Good evening. My name is Farah Sheikh, and I live at 632 Washington Avenue in Revere. I've been a Revere resident since 2007. I have two children who went to the elementary, middle school, and one in high school now. I've been a parent leader advocate for the city of Revere. I've been on PTO since my children were in kindergarten. I take a lot of pride and bring my culture to Revere, and I've done a lot of volunteer work. I've had the pleasure of working with Mr. Keefe and his wife the Wayland Elementary School, and Mr. Visconti. We've our kids have grown up together, and it's my time to give back to the community, and I would love to dedicate my time.
Thank you very much. Any members of the appointment subcommittee wishing to speak? Show of hands if anyone wishing to speak.
Mr. Chair,
Council Visconti.
I want to, I have no problem with this appointment. Farah does a great job. She is very active in our community, does a great job at the school as well. So I think she'll be a valued asset to the commission. So I am in favor of this 100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other? Council President Keefe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I echo Council Visconti's sentiment and comments. And something to remind, there's a lot of members of our community like Farah and others. Sometimes when the City Hall or there's boards to join, a lot of times people put their name in the hat. But I think it's important that you join in many different boards throughout the city. You don't have to be on a board through City Hall. There, like Farah mentioned, there's boards or there's PTOs and PTAs. There's different subgroups all over the city that you can really lend a hand, and there's always need. Just, since I've been in Revere and, always getting involved in different community organizations has been something that, our family really appreciates. And I just want to, point that out to the other members of the community is there's always need for help, and there's just so many ways to do it. So we really appreciate you asking to be part of the Cultural Commission. So congratulations, and I'm sure
Thank
you'll be
you.
voting favorably.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to take just another minute. I apologize. I couldn't be in the last meeting. I had a fire at my house on November 8th, and I was dealing with a lot. So I had to have, be there with the inspectors. But I'd like to thank Mayor Rigo and the city for actually helping me and taking, pulling some strings, being a member of Revere Council for a long time. So I just wanted to thank you and apologize for not making last week. Sorry
for your inconvenience during that loss. I hope everything's well.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Much better. Getting there. Thank you, sir.
Councilor Powers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think Councilor Keefe makes a great point. There are many boards and commissions throughout the city. We have vacancies from time to time, and we'd love to have people come up qualified and
I think we got to pitch in for some internet for John.
Okay. We'll conclude.
City Council and state it. You're always welcome here. This is your City Council chamber, not ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Powers, for informing us of that. And we know that certainly there's a great pride in serving within our community. And the Cultural Council is a very important asset to our community to bring this type of activity to the forefront, and for people like yourself volunteering their time to serve our community is recognized by the City Council for sure. So at that, seeing no other further hands in place, I will ask a roll call of the position. Councilor Janino?
Yes.
Councilor McKenna?
Yes.
Councilor Powers?
yes.
Councilor Visconti?
Yes.
Council President Keefe?
Yes.
And the chair, Arthur Guanasso, votes yes. We will vote you out favorably this evening by the Committee of the Whole, and we just ask that you do and provide the good services we know you're going to do, and congratulations, and hope everything's well at home after the fire.
Thank you, Council. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
This concludes the Appointment Subcommittee meeting of December 14, 2020. Thank you for your attendance.
Looks like we're right on time, Council Ganasso. Good job.
That's what the aim is.
All right.
That's the objective.
All right. Good evening, councils. Good evening, everyone. I'm calling to order meeting of Monday, December 14th, 2020. We'll all rise and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance
to
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
and
for
to
which it stands,
for which it stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and
and
justice for all.
All.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Roll call of the members. Counselor Janino.
Here.
Here, Counselor Guanasso.
Here.
Here, Counselor McKenna.
Yes, here.
Here, Counselor Morbido.
Here.
Here, Counselor Novoselsky is absent. Counselor Powers.
Yeah.
Here, Counselor Rotundo is absent. Counselor Sereno.
Here.
Here, Counselor Visconti.
Here.
Here, Counselor Zambuto.
Here.
Here, and Council President Keefe.
Here.
Here, a quorum is present. Approval of the journal of the regular meeting of December 7th, 2020.
So moved.
Ordered.
Calendar item number 3, the City Council will award local business owners Paul and Roseanne Musto a certificate of appreciation on the occasion of their retirement. For 65 years, the Musto family has owned and operated China Roma, a staple on Broadway and in our community, and has employed many Revere residents over the last nearly 7 decades.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I know Councilor Sereno has some words, and he'll be able to present the citation. Councilor Sereno.
Thank you, Mr. President. Through you to the body. As if 2020 couldn't be bad enough, our favorite Chinese restaurant in Revere, China Roma, will be sadly closing its doors in the near future. Although this is bad that we're losing the Chinese restaurant, I'm happy that Paul and Roseanne will be able to enjoy a well-deserved retirement, and we'll be getting a new restaurant, a Peruvian restaurant in its place, I believe. So I'm excited to try that. But, Paul and Roseanne have been business owners. Paul and his family for years have owned China Roma, and I just thought it fitting that our body honor these small business owners. So I'm going to read the citation, and Paul is on the line, and we will, Council President Keefe and I will be by at some point to physically present you with the citation, but I will read it over Zoom for now. So the City of Revere, a certificate of appreciation in acknowledgement of their retirement after 65 years of being in business, serving the residents of the City of Revere some of the best Chinese food on Broadway, and employing many Revere residents over the last nearly 7 decades. Special recognition is hereby accorded to Paul and Roseanne Musto of China Roma, 258 Broadway, Revere, Massachusetts. China Roma has been a staple on Broadway, and the iconic restaurant will surely be missed. The Revere City Council offers its sincerest congratulations and best wishes for a happy, enjoyable, and well-deserved retirement. In witness whereof, this certificate of appreciation is gratefully bestowed by the City Council of the City of Revere, Massachusetts, on behalf of its citizens, this 14th day of December in the year of our Lord, 2020, and in the year of independence of the United States of America, the 244th, signed by Ashley Melnick, City Clerk, Patrick Keefe, Council President, and offered by Councilor Sereno. So congratulations to Paul and Roseanne, and we look forward to presenting that to you soon.
Thank you, Councilor, and congratulations. We do have a few councilors that wish to speak. Councilor Zambuto, congratulations. Councilor Morbido, and then Councilor Guanasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've talked to a lot of people, and they're very sad about the closing of the China Roma, but I want to congratulate the Musto family on their retirement. But this is truly
He was talking about someone's internet.
Can't hear you, Tony. Okay, now we can.
Yeah, my internet was fading. It does that. Anyways, I want to congratulate the Musto family. And as I said, this is truly a Revere institution that is closing, and a lot of people are very sad. And I wish them all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Morbido.
Congratulations, Roseanne and Paul. Paul, Roseanne, as you know, I mentioned that I would give you a certificate at the beginning of the year. Our rookie counselor beat me to it. But but I want to congratulate you. I've been going there. My dad has been, and my mom took me there when I was a little kid. My entire family would go there for holidays, and you guys would take good care of us. And still as an adult, I still walk down the hill, down Suffolk Ave, and I grab my 10 egg rolls that I get from you because you guys have the best egg rolls in town. But I want to commend Ricky for beating me to the motion. And I wish you nothing but success. Please, in the future, if you ever have any issues pertaining to city business, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm a phone call away.
Councilor Guanasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. I go back to the days when his dad, Larry, was owner and doing a great job there. And it was quite the in place in those days. Upstairs, we had Ronnie Mottola with the little band there. We had all kinds of activity going on there. And it was just a wonderful spot to go. But more importantly, what am I going to do, Roseanne, on a Saturday night for my order? I'm going to go there forever. So you better stay in business because my family depends on you. It's a beautiful way to close the week off and to have beautiful way.
It's got to go over the week off.
So I don't really want to trying to roam the league. I certainly will be at great odds when that place leaves because it's a part of my home and my lifestyle because your food is absolutely excellent. As when, so we will miss you, Roseanne, you, Paul, and your daughter. Certainly, we wish you all the best in the world. 65 years is long enough. You've done a great job and you carried on the Musto tradition and you did it with class. And we all appreciate the hard work that you did and the great product that you put out. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councilor. And Mr. Musto, before you speak, I think you may have, I'm not sure if you have it on in two different locations, but you're getting feedback when you unmute. So if it's on TV in the same room, or if you have two computers on, you might be getting feedback. Otherwise, and I just want to congratulate you. And I guess I have one question for you. What are you going to miss most?
That's why. Now talk.
Okay, Patrick. Thanks very much. Arthur, appreciate the comments. Anthony, thank you. Ricky, you're the best. And Steve, keep coming for the egg rolls. We're still open. Appreciate the honor you're just bestowing on us.
Well, we appreciate you.
Thanks. Appreciate all the customers that came here over the years and all our past employees. My granddaughters are working with me recently and they're doing a great job. I can't never find them.
They're there working hard.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Best of luck to you.
So Mr. Musto, I don't know if you remember Sabina that worked for you for many years.
We talk to Sabina all the time.
So she's my my second aunt. Well,
really?
She's my mother's aunt. Yeah. You run a good business over there and you've employed a lot of great people over the years. So you should be proud of what you've done.
Yeah, Sabina worked for us for a lot of years.
Yep.
Maybe even up to 50.
She did. Well, congratulations. The city of Revere thanks you.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Congrats, Paul. Thank you. See you later on, Ricky.
See you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, now stop talking.
All right, hang on. Hang on.
Say bye.
Okay. So calendar item number 4, hearing called is ordered on an ordinance relative to the establishment of a public arts commission.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I believe is Elle Baker on. She was. This is going to be an open hearing. Sorry, a public hearing. So we're going to have proponents and opponents. I know. Oh, there you are, Elle.
Hello.
Are you a proponent?
I am a proponent.
I'm going to open up the proponent side of the hearing. Ms. Baker.
Thank you. I think that the Art Commission will be a great benefit to the city because it will allow the city and the planning department to build capacity so that we really can create some momentum for public art. Would like to attract folks that have an art background or have some expertise with art and pair them with the planning department to help with procurement and such, and to recruit local artists and to really just find some new talent in the city that we can showcase throughout. So I think it'd be a great benefit to the city, and for that reason, I am a proponent.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. And any other
Thank you,
proponents?
Counselor.
Any other proponents wishing to speak? I see. We're going to go to the councils at the end. No, hearing and seeing none. We're going to close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? Any opponents wishing to speak? Hearing and seeing none. We're going to close that side of the hearing. Councilor McKenna.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think this is long overdue, and I think it will help design all the developments down there. We can have murals, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the city. So I'm in favor of this. Thank you, Elle. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Counselor.
Any other councils wishing to speak? Councilor Serino.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be quick. Of course, I'm in support, and I think this is a great idea. But Elle, I just had a question. So about 5 years ago, the city of Revere received a grant, the Adams grant from the Mass Cultural Council. And yes. I think it was almost like $25,000 or $30,000.
Yes.
But that was to go toward, I mean, not public art, but to foster an artists community in the city of Revere. And I think part of it, that we were going to do a creative district down on Revere Beach Boulevard and rehab one of those buildings down there and really promote art and artists. And I don't know, nothing really ever materialized with that. I was just wondering if you knew anything about that.
I have some information on that because I did ask about the grant after we spoke a couple of weeks ago. And that you're correct in that the Adams grant was awarded to the city in order to create a plan for a creative district, which was on the south end of Revere Beach. That plan was created, and I'm not sure the status of it being adopted by the council, but it was created, and we do have a copy of that in the planning department. I'd be happy to send it to you and to the rest of the council if you're interested.
I would appreciate that. Thank you, Elle.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Councilor Serino.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors? Hearing and seeing none. So we're gonna, if everyone's in favor, this is gonna go to legislative affairs from here. I think obviously, as mentioned, it'll be a good commission. City obviously has some opportunity, so I know Elle will champion it from behind the scenes as well.
Thank you, Councilor.
Legislative affairs. All in favor? So ordered.
Calendar item number 5, hearing called is ordered on an ordinance establishing wage theft prevention regulations.
Madam Clerk, this is being a public hearing. We're going to open this up to proponents. Any proponents in the audience? Hearing and seeing none. We're going to close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? Any opponents in the audience? Hearing and seeing none. We're going to close that side of the hearing. I believe this was initially brought forth by Councilor Morabito and Councilor Janino. Would either of you care to speak on the motion or on the public hearing?
I'll speak briefly if Councilor Janino doesn't want to say a few words.
Well, can Steve go for it?
Okay, so if passed, this ordinance would establish wage theft prevention regulations in the city. Regulations would apply to every new contract, every renewal term of a contract, and any businesses bidding for city bids. This ordinance would prevent dishonest contractors, subcontractors, vendors, any employer in violation of the Fair Labor Standard Act, which covers wage theft. This would, any employer that's in violation of wage theft, which consists of intentionally misclassifying a job category, or not paying someone minimum wage, or overtime earned, or not just simply not paying someone at all. These all fall under the category of wage theft. If you are found in violation by the state or federal government, you would be deemed in violation of the law. And this ordinance would prevent those who do not pay attention to the law, or were found in violation of the law. It would prevent them from pursuing any public bids put out from the city. I also think it's not fair for law-abiding businesses who pursue bids to be in competition with those who treat their employees fairly and violate the laws. So what this ordinance will do, it will prevent and deter people from wage violations when entering a bid.
Thank you, Counselor. Appreciate that. Counselor Janino, you're good?
Thank you, Mr. President. Counselor Morabito summarized a lot of the highlights of this, but I just think it's definitely something that is beneficial to everyone in the city. You know, it's really important that as officials, we're working to maintain a livable wage and preventing wage theft in our community. So I think this is a great idea. I reached out to the clerk about it, and she informed me that Councilor Morabito had already been working on this. So really, Steve, great job on this. You did a lot of homework on it, and I'm happy to be a part of it with you. And I'm excited to see it move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. And let's Counselor Zambudo.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm sure this proposal has a lot of merit. I'm looking forward to hearing more details in the Legislative Affairs Committee. I'm not familiar with it, so hopefully we'll get more of an education.
Point of information, Mr.
Councilor,
President.
yes.
Actually, point of, information. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Tony, Counselor Zambudo.
I guess I'm having internet issues tonight.
And you were making fun of one of our other counselors. See what
I
happened?
was not at all. I was saying that it appears this ordinance has merit, but I want to learn more about it in Legislative Affairs. Thank you.
Correct. No, I was suggesting the internet issues. You had said we should chip in for one of our fellow councilors. We're going to chip in for you too.
I know I'm in a bad location. I'm gonna purchase one of those pods.
Yeah, we're going to get the family plan for you and a couple others. All right.
Maybe we could all pitch in.
All in favor of the public hearing to Legislative Affairs. All in favor? So ordered.
Calendar item number 6, zoning subcommittee report on Brad Street LLC, seeking permission from the Revere City Council to alter an existing non-conforming 4-unit structure by increasing the number of units to 6 at 83 Brad Street Avenue.
Chairman Zambudo.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Obviously, the zoning subcommittee met earlier this evening. We got to see some details about this project. Again, I want to commend Council McKenna for her efforts with the developer, Paul Bonfiglio. They have done their homework, worked with the neighbors. The committee voted this out unanimously, and I would ask for a roll call vote, please.
And Madam Clerk, if you could read that with the contingencies, right?
Yes, the conditions were read into the special permit decision in committee, and it was reported out with the conditions.
Great, thank you.
On the special permit, subject to the findings and conditions of site plan review and the zoning subcommittee, Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor McKenna.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Morabito.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Novoselsky is absent. Councilor Powers.
It's on mute.
Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Voting yes. Councilor Rotundo is absent. Councilor Sereno.
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Visconti.
Yes.
Yes, Counselor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes, and Council President Keith?
Yes.
Yes, the special permit has been granted, subject to the findings and conditions of site plan review and the zoning subcommittee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calendar item number 7 is the appointment subcommittee report.
Mr. President, Madam Clerk, earlier this afternoon, the appointment subcommittee met. We had one item on the agenda. It was item 20-390, communication to the mayor relative to the appointment of Farah Sheikh to the Cultural Council. And that was voted out favorably by the subcommittee. I ask for a roll call on the matter.
Shall the city council confirm the appointment of Farah Sheikh as a member of the Cultural Council? Councilor Janino?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor McKenna?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Morbido?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Novoselsky is absent. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Rotundo is absent. Councilor Sereno?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Visconti?
Yes.
Yes, Councilor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes, and Council President Keith?
Yes.
Yes, the appointment has been confirmed.
Thank you.
Calendar item number 8, communication from the mayor relative to the filing for the parkland acquisitions and renovations for communities program for Ambrose Park.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I believe, L. Baker, are you still on? You were going to talk? There you are.
I am.
Ms. Baker.
Hello. Hello, Councilor Keefe. So this communication from the mayor's office in regards to Ambrose Park has to do with a park grant, which is the opportunity that we have been very fortunate to use over the past number of years before I even started with the city, to afford us the ability to renovate and reconstruct our parks as needed. So for Ambrose Park, we applied for a grant during the summertime in the throes of COVID, in the hopes that we were planning ahead. And we were awarded a grant for Ambrose Park in the amount of $273,900. And in the planning department, we've worked with Rich Fiscay as well in auditing and the mayor to determine that CDBG will be used for the remaining cost of the project for $141,100. And we are looking forward to your support to accept this grant and move forward with the reconstruction of Ambrose Park, which would include the demolition of the existing structures, a new inclusive play structure, which would meet all ADA and special needs, entry gates, fence repairs, security lighting. We want to do a perimeter ADA walkway, as well as some new handicap parking spaces, new benches, and new bleachers.
Thank you, Ms. Baker.
We would start the community process, just to give you some essence, some sense of timeline. We would start the community process in January, as we normally do for the parks. And obviously that is not going to follow its normal format. So we'll do some surveying and as well as some Zoom feedback calls with the public to make sure that we're meeting everyone's needs. And then the construction timeline would be able to begin in July of 2021.
Awesome.
Thank you, Councilor.
Any councilors have any questions on this? Council Powers.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to commend Nell Baker for the outstanding work she has done with regard to the parks in the city since coming on board and the planning department. As you probably all know and realize and participated in, the Gibson Park down the Point of Pines, the park in Oak Island, and this will be the final park in Ward 5 that is going to be built out. I've had a lot of calls from people down in the neighborhood. Their concerns with the park. It needed a lot of work. One of the things we probably need down there also is a little lighting, and I'm sure Al will include that. And it's just a great thing that's going to be happening down on Ambrose Street. And we can all thank Al for the work she's done acquiring these grants. We may need a few extra bucks, I'm not sure, but as we did in the other parks, but that's fine. It's well deserved for the city of Revere. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilor Powers.
Any other councilors? Council Ganasso.
It's a $415,000 construction site that, by the way, is not going to cost any money to the community. We're going to get reimbursed from park grants, 2 in number, and that's going to be quite substantial. Why I speak out on this is because it's adjacent to Ward 3, and a lot of the Ward 3 residents do go and enjoy the benefits of Ambrose Park, and it certainly is a beautiful spot to take your children there and to recreation and have recreational activity for them, to promote activity, a physical activity for our young people. So I think this grant, the 2 grants offered out by the park grant were tremendous, and I'm glad that the city of Revere is recipient of these funds. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Council. And looks like we have a resident wishing to speak. Ralph DeChico. Madam Clerk, if you can help with that.
Hi, Ralph DeChico, Revere Commission on Disabilities. I just wanted to congratulate Al Baker on this park specifically, especially that this is going to be a fully accessible ADA compliant park, which is something that's near and dear to not only my heart, but a lot of disabled children's families in the city. This is great news. And once again, I just want to congratulate Elle Baker for her outstanding work.
I just want to recognize that Ralph DeChico has been an inspiration for this project. So I can't take all the credit for that. So he's been an advocate for having a fully accessible playground throughout the city. And I think we finally found that location, and that's our goal, is to achieve that. So with his help and members of his board as well, I think we'll deliver a quality project that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are working well together, and that goes to show. We also have any other attendees wishing to speak? Okay. Any other councilors? Councilor Zambudo.
Thank you, Mr. President. I could say I've been here quite a while, and I've watched Elle's work on the other parks, but I think we've come really a long way when we can have a fully accessible park being built in the city. I just had one question. I know the bulk of this money is coming from a grant. Is the rest coming from community block grant, or where's the rest of the money coming from?
Yep, it's
CDBG. Yep.
CDBG, Community Development Block Grant. So
Right.
that would be the park grant doesn't like to call it a match, but essentially it is a match because the park grant will cover 66%. So the additional cost would bring us.
Great. Good luck with it. And
Thank
keep
you.
up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Councilor. And Elle, I had a question for you.
Yes.
Would this include the softball and that part of the field, or would there be any renovations or enhancements to the field?
Bleachers would be considered, and then I know a lot of the fence toppers along the back need to be replaced as well, but the actual field itself wouldn't be including too much work there. Maybe some minor renovations.
Okay, thank you. Council Morbido, did you have something?
No, not yet.
Okay, this is going roll call. So any,
Great.
if Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Sure. Would you like to waive the reading of the resolution, or would you like it read into the record?
You can waive the reading.
Okay. So the City Council will be voting on a resolution to file and accept grants with and from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs for the Parkland Acquisitions and Renovations for Communities Grant Program for construction and improvements to Ambrose Park. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor McKenna.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Morbido.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky is absent. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Rotundo is absent. Councilor Sereno.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Visconti.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Zambudo.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Keefe.
Yes.
Yes, the resolution has been approved.
Thank you, counselors. Have a nice holiday.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Calendar item number 9, motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the mayor request the Director of Veterans Affairs and the Sign Department to install a memorial pole for John Corrado. John served in the U.S. Army during World War II. He was the recipient of several commendations, including the Europe, Africa, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal, the American Theater Campaign Medal, the Good Conduct Medal, and the Army of Occupation Medal, Germany.
Mr. President,
Councilor Guanasso.
Mr. President, this past week, we lost a real, true, genuine, first-class gentleman. He was not only my neighbor of over 50 years, but I went to several social events with him and his family. He just exemplifies the type of people that we have in our community that we want to show that live here, resided here, and what they were all about. He was a wonderful father, tremendous grandfather, and a great neighbor and friend. So I think this little recognition is a very simple thing that we could do to memorialize him for many, many years in the future. Unfortunately, not so long ago, a few months ago, his brother-in-law, George Tero, passed away. And I had a similar, and he was also a neighbor. And I've asked for memorials for him also. So what I would like to do, as I've done in the past, and I have one up here on Revere Street for 2 other gentlemen already, that these two names be placed on the same location, same pole. And I've asked that of the family, and they agreed to it. And I think that location would be great at the corner of Lowell Street and Revere Street to show the many visitors to our community and to show our residents the high regard and high respect we have for these 2 gentlemen. And I think it's very appropriate the 2 brother-in-laws be placed on the same pole. And I just think that this is a great way to recognize him in this Christmas season and the season of giving of goodwill. And this individual exemplified that throughout his whole life, what this Christmas season is all about, exemplifying goodwill and doing good deeds for everybody, for whatever race or nationality they might be. He was a first-class man, and I appreciate the honor that this council is about to bestow upon him. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor. Great words. Any other councils wishing to speak? Seeing none. All in favor on the motion?
Aye.
So ordered. Thank you, Councilor. So it looks like that's all the business we have tonight, although I know it's a pretty quick meeting, and I know that a few councils have points of personal privilege, and then if I could say something at the end, I'd love to. So Councilor Sereno, and then Councilor Morabito.
Thank you, Mr. President. So there are 10 shopping days left until Christmas for those of you who are counting. And I just wanted to give a shout out to remind people that this year more than ever, I think we need to shop local. Amazon is great and all, and you can get some stuff on Amazon that you can't get anywhere else. But I just want to put a plug for local businesses, particularly in Ward 6. We have Seeking Om, which their physical location isn't in Ward 6, but it's owned by 2 gentlemen from Ward 6, Scotty and Kai McCraney. Seeking Om sells candles and whatnot. They make great gifts. If you go on Etsy.com and you search Revere Beach Art, you can also purchase some local art by local artists, of photographs of Revere Beach. Those make great Christmas presents. So I just wanted to put a plug in to shop local this season. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Great point. Great point. Councilor Morabito, and then I think Councilor Janila has something. Councilor Morabito.
Okay.
Hey, hi. Sorry. I hope my colleagues will join me in wishing Bill Jackson a happy birthday. He turned 79 today. He's been an active member of the community. He's seen better days in the past, but I figure wishing him a happy birthday would really cheer him up, especially around these holiday times. I also would like to congratulate Councilor Sereno and Councilor Visconti on making it through their first year as city councilors. So congratulations. Hopefully next year will be a better year where we can have council meetings in the chambers. So thank you.
Thank you. And I'm going to go to Council Gino, but just Bill Jackson, happy birthday. And I think you'll appreciate the attire of Steve's colleagues. You always dress with meaning. So I hope that you'll understand what we're wearing tonight. Councilor Janina.
Thank you, Mr. President, and happy birthday, Action Jackson. Mr. President, I just wanted to take a moment to commend you. This is your last meeting as council president. And as someone who's done it, I know it's not an easy task. And when you were voted in January, I don't think any of us knew what you were going to be in for this year. And you adapted, you made sure we were all safe. And I really commend you for that, because I know you had a ton of other stuff going on too, but you always put the city first. And you did a great job serving all of us. So, Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hey, Ricky.
Oh, boy. All right, Councilor Zambuto and then Councilor Guanasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, happy birthday to Bill Jackson. He's a character. I really enjoyed a lot of time we've had together, and I hope he's doing okay. I too want to commend you on a job well done. As president, it certainly was not a conventional year. It's been interesting, and you adapted very well. And I appreciate your service, and I wish you the best. Not that you're going anywhere.
Thank you.
And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, by the way.
Of course.
And Happy Hanukkah.
So we have plenty of time. Councilor Councilor Guanasso, then Councilor Powers and Councilor Visconti. Councilor Guanasso.
Mr. President, I also want to applaud you for the efforts as council president. And I also want to applaud my colleagues for the efforts that they put forth in this very trying time that we've shared. No one ever experienced the pandemic. Believe it or not even John Powers and myself. So this is amazing what we had to go through and the life that we had to live and the lives we all had to live in conjunction with providing community service to our constituents the best way we know how. Thank God for this Zoom. This is a wonderful product that's come forward. At least we can convey our message via this vehicle to tell people what's going on and show them some of the community still alive and well and flourishing. And it's through the efforts of yours, Mr. President, and the membership of this council that we provide that service. So I applaud all my colleagues. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and safe New Year. And to all my Jewish friends, Happy Hanukkah. Enjoy the holiday. And let's all be safe and sound for the year 2021. When we come back, we're to come back with vengeance. We're going to come back with vigor. And we're going to come back and show the world what we're all about. And I know we'll do well. God bless you all.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Powers, and then we'll go around the horn. Councilor Powers. And then
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, let me say, with regard to your presidency, mission accomplished. Great job. Couldn't have done it better, anyone. I want to put in a late motion, and I'll draft that and I'll give it to our city clerk. I just recently found out that Eugene McKenna, who has served on the planning board for 20 years, will be leaving our service. And this is a fellow that I've known for years, gone to him many times for information regarding certain projects, always there 100%, always willing to go the extra mile with his time to sit down and discuss certain issues in the city. With that, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Hanukkah. And also, as I said earlier tonight, this city council chamber and this city hall belong to the residents of this city, not us. We serve. And I would like to see more people coming up here next year, speaking out on certain issues, That's very important, and that's what will make this city continue in a very prosperous and perfect manner. Thank you, Mr. President, once again.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Visconti, and then Councilor McKenna.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to say thank you to my colleagues on the City Council for the warm welcome that I have received this year. It means a lot, not knowing what to expect on the council. I know we had some stressful time on the council, but it has been enjoyable to work with each and every one of you. I want to say thank you to Patrick for his presidency, and I want to wish all the residents a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah and a safe New Year. So, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Councilor McKenna.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, that's the last time I'm going to call you Mr. President this year. I just want to say kudos to you because I think you've had 2 rough times as an officer. Because when you were vice president, if I'm not mistaken, and Councilor Haas was president, Councilor Haas passed away. So you had that difficult time. And then now you're president and you had this unpredictable time with COVID virus. And I have to say kudos to you for handling both situations. I think you've done a fine job. I want to say I love my counselors. Thank you. I hope you won something in your cards. I would like to say Merry Christmas to everyone out there and a Happy New Year. And I hope we get through our next year with great health and happiness. And we all get the vaccine and we fight this virus. The virus will go away. So I love you all and happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. And Councilor Morbido, who else wanted to speak? Councilor Morbido?
Mr. President, I'd be remiss if I didn't say some kind words about you.
Head's not going to be on Zoom screen.
I'm not going to, I don't want to make you cry or anything, but so do you have a Kleenex nearby?
I'll make it.
No, honestly, I want to just say the visible representation you've given the council by attending events and acting on our behalf has gone noticed. It definitely did not go unnoticed. Every meeting you held, you were impartial, you put your heart into it, and you were dedicated. And that's all I could ask for in a president. So I want to thank you for representing us and making us look good. So thank you.
My pleasure.
You're making me cry, Steve.
I know. My Grinch friend over there. Anyone else? All right. I'll just say, Councilor Serino.
Sorry, Mr. President. I just wanted to say thank you to yourself for your service this year. It's been a great year working with all of you, my colleagues. Thank you for the warm welcome. We've definitely, I feel, we bonded through the year, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And so thank you, Mr. President, and thank you. I look forward to what 2021 brings. It can't get any worse than this year. So let's hope for a better 2021. Merry Christmas to the residents of Revere as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we're all looking for a better 2021. Just some quick anecdotes. Quote of the year for all of us has been, "You're still on mute." And I'm sure that's not just with the council. I'm sure that's with everyone in the world. And as you all had alluded to, I really appreciated you trusting me to be your council president for this year. And I know that whoever we choose to take it on next year will do a fine job. No one expected me to be the first Zoom president, but I guess that will go down in the Revere history books. And I hope that whoever takes it on next is able to manage the screen. But I think my youth helped me in that. To the residents of Revere, again, I thank you for allowing me to be your president as well. But just a couple things. I was in, and I'm not going to pretend I go to church every week, but I happened to be in church last week. And just to reflect on some things in regards to what we're all dealing with in the pandemic. And the priest mentioned the symbolism of the lights that people put on their homes during the Christmas season, and also the lights that, you talk about, with the Hanukkah and lighting the lights, and many religions use lights and reflect for what some symbolism with holiness and good things to come. And obviously Christianity talks about the birth of Christ. I can see with the pandemic, we've been through a lot this year, but it is symbolic towards the end of the year. There's a vaccine coming out. Hopefully we'll start to see some good news and we can start to see the light. So if you can take that with some solace this Christmas season and this holiday season for everybody, I think that that'll be a good way to make everyone feel a little bit better. And I truly believe we are going to start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And with that also, Councilor Rotundo is recovering from the surgery. We wish him well. And Councilor Novoselsky is not feeling great tonight, but I know he wants to be with us. Tomorrow at 4:30 on Revere TV, there will be the lighting of the menorah in front of City Hall. It will be a virtual event, but you can watch that on the Revere TV. I'm sure they'll play it on repeat, but they'll be having that lighting. And outside of that, I just hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, a great new year, good things to come in 2021. Have a great evening, and I hope you enjoyed our attire. Thank you very much. God bless. Good night.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank